Welcome back to part 2. I'm here with Tim Wright. Very honorable to be here with Tim Wright, Army veteran, and now we get to see the masterpiece, the honorable wall of our fallen, and I would like for Tim to take you around the wall, and that way everybody gets to see what, you know, the honor and the respect that this thing brings us.
Thank you, Chuck. Right now, we're going to take and go over here to the wall. And as I told you before, as you can see, Virginia is one of the states that I covered. And then we have West Virginia and Maryland on this side of the wall. Now, the sign here shows from October 01 to the present. Those are the numbers that I had gave you earlier. This book is one of the books I mentioned that has every soldier in it. Now, this one here is from 12, 13, 14, and 15. You can see the bottom number, that's how many we lost at the end of that year, from 01 to that year. Now, I have others also, but to have them all out is kind of difficult to have them here on display. Then we walk over here and you see the M4 with a bayonet. That weapon is actually obsolete as of now also. But then this logo, I have this logo on here mainly for people to remember the difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day. Then I have the picture of what I had told you earlier in the cemetery. This is the way I have it set up for the canine and the military cross for the soldiers. Down here, this happens to be the proper way of showing the way the soldier should be mounted. Back here, you notice the weapon of military cross, helmet, weapon, and boots. They're all facing frontward. And then on the very back here, you notice we have the M16 with the armband I told you, the choker chain, and 2 dishes. And then we have another military cross. Once again, the other military cross, another sign so that people on this side realize what the difference is going on. Here we have Pennsylvania, Delaware, DC, and New Jersey. And once again, I also have these logos as the same as before. Now, I had mentioned the flag. This is the flag. It was flown in Iraq that was presented to the wall by a complete unit that was lost 5 of their soldiers, and it was flown in Iraq. The sword is just a commemorative sword, and it was donated by an individual in honor of the fire, police, and first responders. This book here happens to be Delaware. It just lists, and there's actually pictures that are right up inside this book, and it happens to be for Delaware on this one. When we come to New Jersey, I've done several shows in every one of these states. People ask me to bring it, I take it. I never charge a dime to take this wall anywhere because these soldiers have already paid the ultimate sacrifice. Then we have the front of the trailer, which has a helicopter on it. This is a wrap that my sign people actually done for me, and it shows a couple different scenes. We have tanks on here. This is all in Iraq that the present war we're in. So on the other side, there's I believe it's a tank sitting there. I can't remember right off, but it's just a small wrap honoring all those. Okay, my truck has different magnetic signs on it. The Vietnam Desert Storm is because of what I served, and it just something that I use to pull this wall with. The back bracket here has my K9 and Fallen Heroes logo and the fallen soldiers. Then I have all my flags, and it's always in a special order, which is POW, Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard.
Man, I tell you what, that is just an awesome piece of work. I'd like for you to get one more shot of that. I want to tell you something. If that does not hit your heart for the men and women on that wall that died for this country, you know, it's just amazing. And what's even more amazing, this gentleman already served his time for 30 years. And for the last, 10 plus years, he's still serving our country. He's still remembering those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. And I'll tell you what, I mean, when I said I was honored to have him set beside me, that's 100% in my heart the way I feel for everything that he has done. Tim, is there any other things that you want to bring up about the wall?
Well, the best way to tell you is the reason this wall was started was because the way I was treated when I came home from Vietnam and many others, and how long it's taken people to remember Vietnam, and they still haven't in a lot of cases. I don't want that to ever happen again, so that's part of the reason this wall was started. And the names on that wall speak for themselves. I don't personally have anyone on there, but I feel like I know everyone. Chuck, I know I have told you and showed you before, a mother had presented a coin to me. It's called a Gold Star Mother's Coin. And she told me it was because I'm keeping their children's names alive. And that meant more to me than anything. It's something that will always stay in my heart and memory.
Very respectful. Well, I got something I want to give you, old buddy.
Well, what's that?
Right here. Blackout model.
Oh,
I even signed it for you. I want to present that to you, Mr. Wright.
well, thank you, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
I won't say, buddy, you're a brother. You always will be a brother.
Thank you.
You know, I know you've never served, but I feel you're doing the same thing as I am. Keeping it alive for people to remember and cherish everything that they stood for.
I wasn't there, but I still care. And welcome home.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, guys, this is going to end our session tonight. Like I said, I was very honored to have the Memorial Fallen Heroes wall in the House of Blackout, and it is just an honor to have it here and Mr. Wright here, and to bring it into your house so everybody can understand exactly why and when and how and what it's all about. And I'll tell you one thing, I respect it 100%. God bless our veterans, the families of our fallen, our canines. You gotta love them. And I'll guarantee you one thing, God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our show. God bless you. Thank you. Please share this. Please subscribe. And please like us on YouTube. Thank you very much. Our next show will be next week, and we'll have another special guest. Thank you very much.